Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my channel. Okay, okay, my friends. I will and discuss about the how how does a carburator work. Carburator very quick. Carburator very quick a bit design and complexity. The simplest possible one that's essential are vertical pipe above this engine cylinder with a horizontal fall pipe joins onto one side. As as the air flow down the pipe, it it has to pass through a narrow kink in the middle, which makes it speed up and causes its pressure to fall. This kink is a section in Khalid and Venture. The falling pressure of the air creates a sucking effect that draw air in through the fall pipe and the sides. The airflow falls and fall to join it, which just what were nice. But but how can we adjust airflow mixture? The carburator has two swirling falls above below the venture. At the top, there file can curl to cock that regulates rate how much it can flow in. Uh, if the cook is closed, less flow down through the pipe. The venture sucks in more fuel, so the engine gets gets a gets a full rich mixture called first starting up and running quite slow. Beneath the venture, there's a second valve called the throttle. Uh, the more the throttle is opened, the more airflow through the carburetor, the more fall in drags in from the pipe on uh, to the sides. With more fall in air flowing in, the engine releases more energy and makes more power, and the car goes faster. That why opening the throttle makes a car accelerate. It's it's the equivalent of blowing on cover to supply more oxygen and make its board more quicker. The mod is connected to the accelerator pedal in car or the throttle and the handlebar motorcycles. The full inlet to a carburetor is slightly more complex than we've described in so far. At attached to the full pipe, there is a kind mini full tank called a float feed cambers. It's like then tank with float and valve inside it. As the camber fits for the carburetor, the the full level sinks and the floats fall with it. When the float drops below the carburetor levels, it's often valves allowing for for the float rise. Uh, Once the camber is full, close the valve and the valve fits with off a gate. The, the float with camber were a bit like a toilet, with the float effectively doing the same job as the block. The safe valve that held a toilet refill with just the right amount of water after you flush. What do car engines toils have in common more than you might have thought. Number one, airflow into the top. Airflow the top on the carburetor from the car air intakes passing through a filter that cleans of the brace. When the engine is first started, the cook block can be set so it's almost block the top the pipe to reduce the amount of air coming in, increasing the full content of the mixture entering the cylinders. Yang three is in the center of the tube. 3R is a force stroke and rocking college adventure. This mic it speeds up and causes and pressure to drop. To drop in air pressure creates suction on the valve, right, drawing and fall orange. Uh, five, five. The throttle green is a flap that swell to open to close the pipe when the throttle is open. More is full flow the cylinder so the engines products more power and the car you faster. Uh, the mixture of oil and flow down in the cylinders. 7. Fall orange supply from a meaningful tank called the flood with cambers. Is the fall level falls a flood in the camber fall and opens a valve at the top. Uh, 9. When the valves opens, more full flows in the replenish the camber from the mine's gas tank. This makes the float rise and close the valve again. Thanks. Don't forget don't forget me like, share and subscribe